Well, it didn't go to plan last time out at Silverstone, and let's see why. Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Tents. This is Abby, and I'm here to give you a bit of lowdown on what happened when I had a bit of low side at Silverstone last time out. Very unlucky. If you could see a lot of sun on my face, excuse me. I did try to put the curtains. I tried to draw the curtain, but I actually fell on the curtain and it all came down. So I do apologize. I just couldn't balance myself. I'm on one leg at the moment. And yeah, little finger gone, and quite a bit of damage on the wrists and some hips and some pelvis and this and that. But anyways, I'm in one piece. Yeah, last time out at Silverstone didn't go to plan. I just think I lost my front end due to some dirty tires. Front tire, dirty front tire. I don't know, but it is what it is. So I thought I'd make a short video of my demise and what's happening since the crash. Sorry guys, I had to plug that one off. That was me 3 months ago, talking a lot of sadness and a lot of sorrow, misery after my crash. And I didn't want to make a second video in a row where I'm just saying, oh, I crashed and oh, this happened and that happened. You know what? That was me 3 months ago. This is me now, what, 17th of Feb 2020? So I thought I'll make an upbeat rest of the video and then tell you a bit about the crash. But let me tell you first about Silverstone circuit. I'm not going to go through the history. You can Google it and stuff like that. However, I'm a huge Formula 1 fan, and Silverstone is the home of British motorsport. As you can see from the background, I've got plenty of old Formula 1 cars, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Anyways, alright, I made this little montage. It's got a bit of Formula 1 in it, classic Formula 1, with some good soundtrack, some great race drivers, Jim Clark, Jackie Stewart, Graham Hill, Sterling Moss, and then you've got Barry Sheene and the modern era. I made a bit of effort in this video footage. Please enjoy it, and we'll talk about the rest later on. Alright guys, I hope you like that one. So let me just tell you a little bit about crashes. So if you're joining me new in my YouTube journey, I don't always crash. I've been motorbiking since 2013, and before that I've done a lot of motobiking in India, about 4 or 5 years of it. So, you know, I've never, the first crash I had was 2018 September, which I've included in that video, a short footage, which I can play now. In this footage, unfortunately, I had brand new carbon wheels, so I gave it to the tyre guy, said, put some VO2 slicks on. Unfortunately, stupid mistake, never checked the tyre pressures. 48 psi and I crashed. That was my first crash. That was last year. And then I had my second crash, which was 2 weeks before the Silverstone, the 2019 crash. Apologies, it's gone a little dark because I started doing some editing of the crash while today's vlog, so it's gone a little dark, so I do apologize. However, let's go through let me show you the actual crash first, and then we'll go through the footage. So unfortunately that was the crazy crash. Surprisingly, the bike has got hardly any damage. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. So let's talk about the crash. I'm just gonna have my background voice, or I'll probably put myself somewhere in the corner in the video. I'm not putting the GoPro GPS in the video. If you want to see the speed, you can see it on the dash. So I'm following the instructor in this video, and I want to just talk you through it and tell you what really led to the crash. And I'm gonna look down, so I do apologize if I'm not making camera eye contact. So here we go, following the instructor, pretty decent speed, and this is the old back straight. I think then we're gonna approach the cops corner. So the instructor's pretty quick, and I'm kind of keeping up with him, and like, look, speed is about 128 miles an hour, 135, 138. Suddenly he decides to slow down to look for me. Look, and I look on the secondary camera, I'm looking at him thinking, what's happened there? So now he's looking at me, thinking, where am I? So I'm kind of following him, and then in the meantime, this guy goes by who loves braking in the middle of the corner. Look, he brakes at maggots. Brakes in the middle of the corner, who brakes? So because of that, I go off, and I'm in this rubbish kind of grassy, muddy situation. And then even now he's braking and trying to overtake the instructor, that guy, braking in the middle of the corner. And then I'm like following him, and I'm trying to slow down now, not really fast, because I know my tires are kind of dirty. But then I go through this straight, and I'm doing decent speed, 150, 155, 156 miles an hour max. And then still behind this guy. Even now he brakes just before the corner. You got to do close throttle turning in these corners. You cannot brake just before the corner. You got to do all your braking well before. Even now he will brake just before, and I will go all the way outside. So say, all right, do whatever you got to do, mate. I'll leave you plenty of space. So I slow really down, so let them go by. So I'll take them in the straight. So, okay, so now I'm keeping patience, one guy gone. And this is the guy who brakes in the middle of the corner. Go all over the place. And by the way, this is the fast group. So now I overtake him, and this one, I think he'll brake again in the middle of the corner, just before the corner brakes again. So trying to keep up with him. And now I think, you know what, I'll overtake him. And then I go on lean, and then I lose it completely. And oh yeah, the bike, oh god, oh my god. I've only seen this twice, and I don't like it very much. So yeah, I think my front tires were dirty from the crash. I've cut a bit because this guy took 20 seconds, and I'm limping a bit. This guy comes and asks me how I am, and I'm limping, I'm shocked, I'm really upset. Because second session in the day, you don't really want that. Brand new Alpine Stars missile suit, brand new AGV Pista helmet, and now I'm just going to check my I2M dash. It's cracked, and I'm pissed off. GoPro is okay. I'm really upset. Can't really walk. You know, foot is actually broken, and I'm in the adrenaline and kind of. Oh, yeah. I'll let this play. I will let this play so you guys can see. Now I think I'm gonna walk and find my other rear GoPro camera because it's lying far away. There you go. I think that's now the footage of the other GoPro camera. I didn't want to cut many things. I wanted to see, I wanted you to see what happens after the crash, and so now I pick up the GoPro camera. Luckily the helmet was absolutely fine except for visor scratches. I think I kept my head up. And here's the bike. Whoa. I still find it hard to see. Oh. Oh my god. Whoa.
What the hell?
That's, by the way, that liquid isn't from my bike. That's not from my bike. I definitely checked that. I don't know what I'm checking for. I think some more damage. So yeah, you can see the carbon wheels has completely shattered. And yeah. Wow. So this was the rear camera. The front GoPro 7 is still on the bike, but this was the rear Hero 4, and I'm just trying to show you guys the damage. If you see that aluminium tape on the Akrapovic, that was from the crash 2 weeks before this. My Akrapovic cracked a bit, so I put an aluminium metal tape on that one, which was pretty secure. And now the Silverstone medics are here, and just to ask me how I am and everything, and yeah, not good at all.
Just lay there.
Yeah, I think now I decide to take my Hero 7 with me. I lost my GPS transponder here, the Sky Pro one, which I'm really sad about because that was a brand new transponder. That used to connect to my lap timing app. So guys, that was the crash. I hope you got the gist of what actually happened. But let me just tell you a little bit more, and let me just do a tiny bit of kind of dissatisfaction towards Silverstone. I think the new way of Silverstone expensive track day booking system is they will just ask you a question on how many track days you've done, and they will choose where they would want to put you. So normally you would say, I want to go in the fast group, I want to go in intermediates, I want to go in novice. In this scenario, I just had no choice, but I did put in a separate section saying, I want the advanced group please, because my times are normally advanced group times. And in this advanced group, you know, there were people who were braking in the middle of the corner, and you know what guys, don't take it from me, people like Simon Crafer, if you ever seen his videos on YouTube, closed throttle turning.
I use maximum engine braking, full lean angle, closed throttle, and no brakes simultaneously. You'll never feel the bike turn better than at this moment. It is a fantastic technique that I trust, but it only works to its optimum if you've changed down through the gears beforehand under heavy braking. So you have the maximum amount of engine braking and have released the brakes while you still have enough speed to reach mid-turn.
You do not brake in the middle of the corner, you do not accelerate in the middle of the corner, it just spoils your line. I'm sure you guys know about this. So behind the chap I was in, he was braking in the middle of the corner, and you know what, with all due respect, it's fine. If he was an Inters guy in the fast group or a novice guy in the fast group, no problem. However, my mistake was when I moved out. So first things first, when the trainer looked for me, I don't know why he did that in the middle of the cops corner, because I was gunning it, and then I had to move out because the trainer slowed down, and this other chap overtook me and then braked in the middle of Maggots and Beckett's. So still, it's my fault, because when I went out, when my line got spoiled and I went out, I ended up in the grassland kind of area, and this is September morning, so could be dew, loads of grass, rubbish on my tires. All I should have done is come back into the pits and just clean my tires. Because I was behind the instructor, I just thought a little bit of under pressure that I should follow him no matter what, even though I made a mistake. And this is where I was wrong. And a corner where there was a lot of lean, involved and a fast corner, and I will show you exactly where the crash happened. So this bit of kind of video animated footage will show you that after corner 1 there's a very fast second corner, and this is where the crash happened. And it was a very fast corner, a very, very fast corner, and I was on full lean. And you know what? And my front was dirty. And this is my theory. Even though the track day people said, the kind of people who come to pick up your bike saying, oh, because you had carbon wheels, they might have gave way. No, if they had given way, I would have had a jolt. Because if the carbon wheel spoke brakes, you have a jolt. And carbon wheels don't brake like that. You know, these are BST wheels. Years and years of R&D has gone into BST wheels. I don't buy, with all due respect to Rotorbox or any other company, I think they're still a little bit new. With BST, they've done a lot of research. So definitely it wasn't the carbon wheel failing. I definitely think it was the dirty tire. On the other side, it was actually a blessing because my bike went up in the air and did because when I was sliding, I saw my bike going up in the air and did a somersault, and it landed straight. It actually landed like a bike is, like straight on both the carbon wheels. The front carbon wheel completely destroyed itself, and the rear one had a massive crack. So what actually happened, imagine if I had metal wheels, all that pressure, my shocks would have taken, my damper would have gone, and the front would have been completely knackered. Because the carbon wheel acted as a crumple zone, no other damage has been caused to the bike. One and only major damage which has been caused on the bike is the casing, the casing of the clutch cracked because the RNG crash protection didn't do such a good job, and the casing cracked. And no disrespect to RNG, they're a fantastic company, but the crash was pretty severe. So that's it. You know, rest is just bodywork damage, which I should have changed anyway. I should have had track fairings on that bike ages ago. But yeah, so the guys, that was the gist of the crash. And you know, and I will now put you through to that old battered and bruised guy. The bike damage, kind of a proper video I will do later on. But yeah, listen to that battered guy again now. But a little bit disappointed with Silverstone. They like to do their own kind of staggering of people, advanced, you know, medium, inters and novice. And I do think there was a few lower inters, dare I say novices in the first group. You know, people braking, you know, just before the corner or in the middle of the corner. And, you know, anyways, you know, it's not their fault. You know, you just got to take a safer line around them. But yeah, I think I went off a bit because I got put off by that guy braking in maggots. I mean, who brakes in maggots? You know, you just go full on. Anyways, you know, I don't want to be too sad on the camera. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. You know, it's Abby from Chasing Tens signing off. But I'll catch you again on the video where I show you the bike, rebuild the bike, you know, and we'll take it from there. Ta-da, ciao.